Hey, what's up, YouTube? You're with gothatfunk. Normally, it's not a very good idea, for reasons that I hope are obvious, to talk too much about personal details of your life here on the tubes. However, I think it behooves me to do so a little bit for this video because I want to make a point. This video is directed at my good friend Eagle Eye 1975 and sort of by accidental extension to my friend John Paul Prime as well. Over the recent conversations about healthcare in the United States and who should pay and what kind of system you should have and all that kind of stuff. So I have to talk a little bit about my personal situation to drive home the point. Now, most viewers won't have seen it, and I can't remember the title, but a few months ago, Eagle Eye 1975 did a video toward me. At the end of it, with affection, at the end of it, he was sort of smugly teasing me that he thinks he understands the reasons why I prefer to remain in the UK as opposed to return to the United States, the land of my birth. And I presumed from that little quip that it's his estimation that I remain in the UK because this country is, by and large, a more liberal system than exists currently in America. And if that's the case, Eagle Eye, you were probably more right than you were wrong in terms of your estimation about why I remain in the UK. But let me put it to you a different way, and I'm going to put some numbers on this reluctantly, but I think it's worth doing to make the point. You see, I'm a self-employed person. I've had my own business. I'm sitting in there right now. I've had my own business for the past 10 years. And I live in Cornwall in the United Kingdom, which is the most economically depressed part of the country. As a matter of fact, I think statistically it's one of the most economically depressed parts of Europe. There's no major industries in Cornwall, so not a lot of people have a lot of money to spend, and therefore if you run a shop in Cornwall, it's difficult to make a decent living. Now, I have what I call a very comfortable lifestyle. To a large degree, that owes to the fact that I don't own and operate a motor vehicle. I haven't had a car of my own since 1989. Okay, so I have developed a lifestyle where I use public transport. But because I'm not feeding the beast, I actually have a lot more spending money than most people in my sort of income bracket. Now, Eagle Eye, I want you to take this on and listen to me very carefully here and just let this soak in for a second. Never in my adult life, if I was to convert pounds into dollars, never in my adult life have I made as much as $20,000 a year. Never. This past year, I made significantly less than that. Now, despite that, I have a comfortable lifestyle. I am in no major debt whatsoever. I might have like a couple $100 outstanding on a credit card, and that's about it. And whether I get in a car crash or get a cold or get cancer, I don't have to worry about it because my medical needs will be met by the system in place, which has been in place since before I was born. It's not just the rich who will be paying for my health care, Eagle Eye. It's everybody. Everybody pays into the National Health Service via our national insurance contributions. National insurance contributions in the UK from individuals have a ceiling on them. No one pays more than a certain amount, no matter how wealthy they are. So you pay, I think it's 10% of your income up to a maximum income of, I think it's like 28 grand a year. So everything over 28 grand a year no longer has to pay that 10%. So you see, the rich aren't paying any more. I mean, someone who makes $1 million a year is paying exactly the same amount into the system as someone who makes 28 grand a year. Okay, so the rich aren't necessarily in the way that you describe paying for my health care. Quite the opposite. Everybody is paying for everybody. We all pay for each other. And I would like to ask you, how do you quantify in terms of money what peace of mind is worth? The knowledge that I can get a cold or get cancer or get knocked over by a car and not go into debt for the rest of my life as a result of something that I had probably no fault in, that is worth so much more to me than money, I can't even tell you. And more to the point, I like living in a society where this type of thing isn't ripping families apart, isn't putting people into bankruptcy, and so on. So that's something to consider. Is the system in the UK perfect? Definitely not. Am I saying the UK is a better place to live than the United States of America? No, I'm not saying that either. But I am saying that's one of the reasons why I choose to live here. As long as there's an NHS, I think this is where I'm going to stay. The older I get, the more health care I'm going to need. That's true for everyone. And when I recently visited my dad in Chicago back in February, I was alarmed, to put it mildly, just how expensive it is to be old in the United States. So I'll pass. Thanks very much, and stay here for the foreseeable future until and unless Her Majesty decides to kick me out. So, if you got any questions or any comments, please let me know down below. In the meantime, thank you all for watching this video, and may all of your ups and downs be ups.